Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Glitch Pokemon Gold. If you remember from last time, as you can see, my character is whited out, and I did a somewhat complex glitch. It just had a long setup, but the point is that in the current state, my character is like whited out. I'm able to run really fast as if I'm on a bike, because I basically am, and I can walk through walls, which is pretty sweet. Let me show you that I'm not using a cheating device currently. So here's the cheat list for the emulator I'm using. It's BGB. And you can clearly see I have nothing in there. It's pretty sweet. Let me close out of this. There we go. And so without further ado, let's see a glitch. I actually showed this towards the tail end of the last one I did, the last video, where bypassing Sudowoodo seems to cause an effect for Anne and... I don't remember her other name actually. Let's find out. Anne and somebody else. Anne. That makes sense. But yeah, if you talk to them from the side, they'll turn into the Lapras sprite. And now I think about it, what would happen if walk through walls? Can do this. Oh, it's the, yeah, okay. And then, yeah, so it's the same that way. Okay. Probably because it's symmetrical. You can't, unfortunately with walk through walls, you can't walk through an NPC. But yeah. Let's go over here. There's that Sudowoodo left over. And now we're going to go on a journey, actually. You have to press A to use walk through walls with the code that I used earlier, using the coin case glitch. I'm going to hustle over here. I'm actually going to make a cut, because I'm basically just going to be speeding around to where I need to go. And it's not really productive. As much fun as it is to be able to move this fast, it's pretty cool and fun to watch. So I'll just see you guys back when I'm at a relevant point. Well, this is kind of fun. I didn't intend on showing this because this is the first I've seen of it, but that NPC, of course, some sprites will take the form of me whenever this is active, but apparently, for some reason, they're also on the bike, because I'm on the bike. Like I said, I'm technically riding a bike, but the game doesn't display the sprite. If I go inside without binging, yeah, there we go. So, the thing I originally wanted to show was that if you encounter a wild battle, usually when you get out, it will show you back on a bike. It didn't this time, but sometimes it will. So that's a normal sprite for that character. Okay, I just discovered what actually triggers it now. If I'm holding the B button, like as the battle ends, it seems that it grows the bike, because I'm holding the B button as if I'm on a bike. So I guess that's why the game, when it respawns my sprite, I assume on the overworld, that's why it shows the bike. It's kind of cool. But what's also interesting is you can see I'm biking on water, of all things. Not just walking on water, we're biking on water. Even better. Hopefully I can encounter a wild battle. I don't actually have to here. There's other places to show it. That guy down there, avoid him for this next glitch if you want to do it. Because if he talks to you, it throws a glitch off. There's another way of doing this glitch. This is the way I prefer. I'm going to dodge this trainer. This is the way I prefer to do it. It's much easier once you have this set up. Because the other method, it isn't hard. It's actually the same glitch you use to get this one, but a different setup. Anyway, what's important is that, remember, we were on a bike in the water. It doesn't matter. We could have been walking on water. But now, you know, the surfing sprite defaults because we load back in the map, and I presume since the game saw us on a water tile, it's like, oh, you're on a water Pokemon, even though I don't have surf, and I don't even have a water Pokemon. So that's kind of fun. And it's in the white color too, because that's what my character is, so that's pretty cool. Okay, enough dilly-dallying. I'm actually going to show the rest of this, just because it's going to be pointless to cut. Yeah, you can actually do both at the same time. Remember from the last time if you saw it, if I hold A, I can walk through walls. If I hold B, I'm on the makeshift bike. The running shoes, as it is. And that's the thing I wanted to show too. It's just like in Pokemon Yellow, sometimes you'll see stuff you're not supposed to, because you're not supposed to be on these makeshift rocks, I guess. Old games. Anyway, so gotta be careful here. I don't want to encounter any trainers. I also don't really want to walk out of bounds, because that'd be pretty terrible. Go. There's a particular spot up here that amazes me, because it's just really strange. And I don't know anything about the game code or how this would make any sense. But I have walked through walls, right? Okay, so I'm walking through walls like it's nothing. Okay, big whoop. And then suddenly I hit a wall. Why? And it's like from both sides. It makes me wonder if there's like an NPC there or something, because you can't walk through NPCs, but why is it like this wall, you know? Like the bottom of this tile, but the top of this one. It's really strange how it just stops you. I think I can walk over here. Yeah, and like not even like this tile itself is a problem. So I don't know what that is. It's got to be something in game code, but still, it's so strange to experience that, I guess. Now we're gonna head on to Kanto. I only have 2 gym badges, but who cares? I'm gonna dodge this guy and go into Kanto the real way. This is the way. Oh wait, there we go. That's how you go into Kanto the real way. Sorry about that. Yeah, if you do walk through walls, the warps won't activate. Apparently, they won't activate, so that's pretty cool. Here we are in Viridian City. About said forest, don't know why. But the real reason we're here is to open up our map in the Pokégear. This is the fun glitch. If you just keep pressing down, well, you saw there for one, it said Silver Cave in a weird spot. Route 46, I don't think that's Route 46. Dark Cave, I don't remember it being there. 45, that's not right. Dragon's Den in the middle of the ocean over there. And it just, yeah, like a rage. I'm not gonna press up because it seems like pressing up might fix things. The Royal Island's in the middle of where we just were. Lighthouse. It's just so strange. Burn Tower in the middle of nowhere. Tin Tower in the middle of nowhere. National Park. That's Viridian Forest. What are you talking about? Radio Tower. Okay. Goldenrod City. That's really strange. Okay, that's not right. Why is there a forest in the middle of the lake? The ocean. Slowpoke Well, that's strange. Zalo Town. As you can see, it's totally weird. And it actually kind of gets more weird. So here we go, Route 29, New Bark Town, where it's not supposed to be. We're actually on the wrong map, if you didn't know. So it's displaying Kanto, but it's showing the locations of Johto. But after this, we go to Special, which is pretty cool. And after that, we get 999 and then 9s, yeah. Then whatever this is, it looks like it's saying goodbye almost. Because it's like, bye. I don't know. Which is strange. More 9s, more goodbye, or whatever. It kind of just loops there, but it's been interesting as we keep going. More stuff will keep breaking. Okay. Wow, and wow, okay. 99A, or 9,999A, and then no A, whatever. That's strange. We got some random red locations, which is pretty cool. It's like the city locations and the dots are like that. It seems. Kind of. Not actually positive by that. It's sad that I don't remember some of the dots on the map. It looks like the red dots are locations, like the red characters. It keeps going from here, by the way. There we go. Okay. Oh, the game did break. That's too bad. I wasn't sure if it was going to break right away or if I could, like, leave it there, but clearly it totally just blew up. And so that was that glitch. I can't remember what it's called actually. It's like the Pokégear map glitch of Kanto, and it's like whenever you go to Kanto before you're supposed to, which you can achieve a couple ways, but the way I did is my preferred method. Anyway, let me make a cut to the next glitch. Alright, for this glitch, which is the dude full box glitch, I do have to go into it a little bit because there is a lot of setup. Not so much with the method I'm going to show, thankfully. The method that is mostly known, which I do not prefer, requires you, it depends on which game you're playing, to get poisoned by a Pokemon. So if you're playing Pokemon Silver, you'll go to Route 30 and find a Weedle during the day. So it depends on the daytime. So if you play at night, for example, in that game, you have to wait until day, which is annoying. And same thing goes with Gold for Spinarak. It only shows up at night. So once you get your poisoned Pokemon, you go to everything normally, you go to Professor Elm's lab. You'll get your Pokeballs, but before you go into Route 29, where the dude will talk to you, you have your Pokemon faint. And then you'll return back to Cherry Grove, because you'll heal here beforehand. So I kind of pseudo-done that. If you remember from my Pokemon how-to how to get all 3 starters, well, just take a look at this. So here you go, I have a whole bunch of starters. My party is full. And the Pokemon box I have in here is full, which is exactly what you need for this glitch to work. And for this method, it's so much easier because you can just clone Pokemon, which you can still do the other way. Because once your Pokemon faints, it'll come back here with Pokeballs, and then you can catch Pokemon. I'm assuming you can, maybe you can't buy Pokeballs from the mart here then. As long as you catch a Sun Pokemon, then you can clone from there. But doing this method, it's useful to begin with because you get a bunch of starters. And you bypass the stupid stuff with the poison Pokemon and the potions, and it's preferred this way. Check out that video if you want a simple walkthrough. simply you just play through the game normally, save in front of Elm's desk, but don't save the game after that, and then clone your Pokemon, and then restore your save back to that point, and you can keep getting starters that way. You can go 3 starters. And eventually you get to the point where you have a lot of Pokemon. And like I said, we're going to head back to Professor Elm's lab in this case, which is, you'll meet up to this point basically, so I'm trying to get at. We're just going to do this really quick, because I wanted to show this for whatever reason. Boom, he gets smashed. Alright, so yeah, he doesn't have a name yet. We'll give it to him. I have a really good name picked out, actually. Go through here. So in case you haven't played this game, you may not know who the dude is. I'd be surprised if you haven't played this game, but still, it's that guy down there. And the problem is, once we leave, at this point, well, not really, it's not true. Once we talk to Elm, that's when we won't be able to go back. First, we gotta name our rival, so I'm gonna name that now, actually. I wasn't sure what to go with, but then I thought this was a really good one because it fits perfectly. And it's pretty fitting for him anyway. Hi, my name is Johnny Knoxville, and this is Jackass. Actually, he goes, welcome, this is Jackass. Anyway, so we're gonna get through this. I'm actually just gonna speed it up. So at this point, we won't be able to escape New Bark Town, but since we have what we need for this glitch to work, it doesn't matter. I guess you could find a way to teleport, but I don't know if that's possible at this point in the game. So this guy's gonna stop us, and this is required. We cannot bypass this, as far as I know, unless you can, like I said, somehow teleport or use walk through walls. Yes, show us how to catch Pokemon, please. Hi, I'm Johnny Knoxville, and welcome to Jackass. I think that's what he says. Anyway, such a weird back sprite. Like, you never see it again. So this guy's gonna try and catch us a Rattata. That's pretty cool. Pokemon box is full. That cannot be used now. Oh, I should have... Well, actually, I'm curious. We can probably do it again. Talk to me. I wonder. Because I thought I guess you can't talk to him again. I guess once you trigger that once, you can't trigger it again. I was curious to try it and pause on that screen. I'm not sure if I want to. If I decide to, it'll be at the end of the video. Anyway, it's time for the last glitch. It's actually really easy. We'll hustle on over here. Let's check my time really quick, actually. That's important. That's not where you go. I forgot. Okay, we're good. We're good. Head on to here. Talk to your mother. Where'd you get it? I got it through the PC. You want to see them? I got like 6 of them. Actually, I have like 26. It's crazy. Sure, save my money. It's not the reason I'm here. Glitch. Why'd you name your son Glitch? Alright, now you're gonna be useful. Here we go, okay. No, it's not about the money. Is that all you care about is money? Anyway, so there's a glitch you can do. It's more of a trick than a glitch, really. So if you switch from daylight savings to standard time or vice versa, it can help trigger... Wait. Sorry, did I miss something here? No. Yes. Back an hour, here we go. So yeah, you can actually change that, and what that can do is make your contacts call you. Apparently that is a way to get them to do it more often. It's apparently been proven to work more. Yes. For 1 hour. So you can keep doing that on repeat. I don't have any contacts, so I can't show that. I didn't really care to do that. Maybe at a later time I'll show it to prove it, but you just have to trust me, it's true. Remember, no cheating advice. Hey, post commentary here, and that's because there's a little bit more I want to talk about with the last trick. I guess glitch, like I said, it's more of a trick. That's because there's a trap that goes along with it. That is the daylight savings date change trap, which makes sense because with a time change, you can potentially change the day. You know, for example, if it's 12:30 a.m. and you fall back an hour, that'll bring you to 11:30. Likewise, if you spring ahead and it's 11:30, you'll go to 12:30 a.m. when you spring ahead an hour. So that won't work. The game will actually prevent that. And you'll get a special message from the mom where it's like, oh, come back later. It's like I missed the manual or something. It's kind of silly. But that's pretty much all it is. That's all I wanted to mention. So anyway, if you made it this far, I appreciate you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Oh yeah, and then I'll show the weird effect with the dude full box. So here it is.